Hey guys, Nick Nanton here, and we are on the set behind the scenes of The Soul of Success, the Jack Canfield story. I've got my good friend Alan Bonner here who helped produce the movie. Alan, welcome.
Thank you.
It's great to have you, man. So obviously we have a lot to talk about, but first of all, how did you first learn about Jack Canfield?
Oh, well, that's quite an interesting story. You don't know what you know until you know it, right? So I didn't know anything about Jack Canfield until I saw a clip, an excerpt from The Secret. And something really just kind of tripped with me, and I managed to get the whole movie. And then I had a thought that, do you know The Secret? I went to look in my bookcase. I actually had 2 copies of the book, The Secret. Not one, actually, I had 2. I think I had one that I must have bought, but it didn't mean anything at the time, and another one that was given to me. And I just kind of decided at that point that that's the kind of guy I would like to meet. You know how it's quite strange that something resonates or it doesn't. And so that was my kind of first introduction, was a clip of The Secret. And then here we are. I mean, how crazy is that?
That's how life works. Now, as you've studied Jack's works and learned about him from The Secret, what kind of impact would you say his teachings have had on your career and your life?
Oh, well, I use a lot of Jack's work. You know what Jack does is he breaks it all down, right? So he's like taken decades of study. He's written the book, he's put all the recipes in the book, and it's called The Success Principles. And so in the work that I do, you know, as I help entrepreneurs get from where they are to where they want to be, or usually to get from stuck to significance in my case. So I actually use a lot of Jack's teachings. And this project for me has been a really easy one because I've worked with Jack and I've been on the stage in Las Vegas with Jack, and of course, Jack and I have co-authored a book, The Big Secret, with Jack. So this is the easy piece of work for me.
That's great. Now, as you heard they're making a movie about Jack Canfield's life, what made you say, I've got to be a part of that?
Yeah, I actually feel like Uncle Jack is a part of my life, right? So this was the easiest yes I think I've ever given for any project. Absolutely no-brainer. It's just such an honor to be part of it. And you know, this being in front of the camera here is interesting, and you get used to that. Being behind the camera, that whole new perspective is different. And then just to hear Jack fill in the blanks, the bits that are missing, the bits that you wouldn't necessarily see from his work or his writing, or even working with him in some of the seminars, etc. You don't know the bits that have been filled in, so that's been really interesting.
I agree, and so, well, thank you for doing that. And then as kind of the last fun question, as part of this, you've been able to have dinner at Jack's home. Tell us about the excitement of that.
Yeah, well, it's, you know, it's like if he's the wizard and he's written all the spells in the book, and then he's given you the book, The Success Principles, and then you get to go to the alchemist's house, right? How cool is that? You know, where the magic is performed, where the thinking comes from. It's just a really unique experience. I'm really thrilled and honored to be part of it.
Great. Hey, well, thanks for making the movie with us.
You're welcome.
See, too many times we sit around and we wait and we hope and we dream and we affirm and we pray and we meditate and we do all that. And all that's important. It's part of the process. But at a certain point, the opportunity shows up.
What drives Jack Canfield? No one knows. The man is just, he's so curious. He is an 8-year-old boy in a 72-year-old body.
What drives Jack is very moving. It's a deep soul desire to contribute to you, the individual, and thus to humanity.
I even tell him when I see him, I say, you know, I love you. And I would do anything for him because I think he's really a wonderful man.
Jack is my brother from another mother. He's far more sacred to me than he'll ever know.
He has such a diverse audience around the world, but I think who a person is before the world knows them, before they make it big and they become famous, that always tells you something about their depth of caring.
One of the things that's critical is to realize that where you are right now, whether you're happy or not, everything in your life has led you to this moment in time. The name for Chicken Soup for the Soul came through a meditation. That name, Chicken Soup for the Soul, is now a brand that's worth $100 million.
And so he walks in the office like, oh my God, duh, we should be putting these stories in a book.
And this is the truth. Tears coming down my eyes. I'm going, oh my God, what are people gonna think?
You couldn't pump it out fast enough to put it in a truck and ship it out the door. I can remember a point in time actually telling the sales department one December, do not take an order for a chicken soup book that has to ship this month. I don't want any more revenue.
I believe that if you think of a dream, you have the capacity to make that dream come true.